Darkness. Warmth. You've been waiting in this leathery shell for longer than you can comprehend. Centuries, maybe. Time doesn't mean anything when you're an egg buried beneath the Nevada desert. Then something changes. Heat pulses through the soil above you. Geothermal activity, a hot spring shifting, maybe some idiot drilling for oil. Whatever it is, it's the alarm clock you've been waiting 300 years to hear. Your shell cracks, you're alive, and you are immediately, overwhelmingly hungry. You emerge as what the locals will eventually call a dirt dragon, a baby graboid, roughly the size of a large snake, pale and squirming and absolutely ravenous. The world above is a symphony of vibrations. Every footstep, every engine rumble, every heartbeat pounds through the earth like a dinner bell. You can't see anything. You don't have eyes. You'll never have eyes. But you don't need them when the entire planet is basically screaming the location of your next meal directly into your nervous system. Growth happens fast when your diet consists of literally anything that moves. Cattle vanish into sinkholes. Hikers disappear mid-step. A confused rancher watches his entire sheep operation get swallowed by the earth over the course of a single week. You're not picky. Meat is meat, and you need a lot of it. Within months, you've ballooned from snake-sized to something that would make a whale uncomfortable. 30 feet long, 6 feet in diameter, 20 tons of muscle, spite, and 3 horrifying tentacles that live in your throat and have minds of their own. Those tentacles are your secret weapons. They extend 10 feet out of your mouth. Each one equipped with its own set of teeth, and what can only be described as a very aggressive personality. They grab, they bite, they drag, screaming prey down your gullet while you stay safely underground. It's basically having 3 employees who do all the dangerous work while you collect the paycheck. The paycheck is calories. The work is murder. Your body is a masterpiece of underground engineering. Rigid spikes cover your hide, vibrating in unison to pull you through soil like a shark through water. You can hit 20 miles per hour in loose dirt, bursting from the ground with zero warning to snatch whatever made the mistake of existing near you. Your beak is armored, reinforced, capable of punching through packed earth and even some softer rocks. And your blood runs orange, which is either a design choice or evolution being dramatic. You've developed a particular fondness for ambush tactics, circling beneath your prey for hours, creating sinkholes to trap them, learning their patterns before striking. Patience is a virtue when you're an apex predator with no natural enemies except geology. But you're not invincible. Solid rock stops you cold. Concrete is basically a force field. And rain is your nemesis. When water saturates the soil, every single raindrop creates vibration noise. It's like trying to hunt in a nightclub. You literally cannot function during storms, which means you spend rainy days underground, furious and hungry, waiting for the world to dry out so you can resume your campaign of terror. The humans figure you out eventually. They always do. Some guy named Bert Gummer makes it his personal mission to understand your biology. And honestly, you have to respect the dedication even as you try to eat him repeatedly. He discovers that loud noises overload your senses, that you can be tricked into ramming concrete, that your intelligence, while impressive for a giant underground worm, has limits. You learn from failed trap. You adapt tactics. You're basically playing chess with your food, except the food has explosives. And somehow, against all odds, the food keeps winning. Pipe bombs, concrete barriers, seismographs that track your every move. These humans are annoyingly resourceful for something so soft and slow. Then something strange starts happening inside you. You've been eating non-stop for months, packing on biomass like you're preparing for something. And you are. You just don't know it yet. Deep in your gut, things are changing, growing, developing. You feel movement that isn't you, and for the first time in your existence, you experience something like dread. Something is living inside you, and it's getting ready to leave. The shriekers don't ask permission to be born. They eat their way out. 3 of them, sometimes 6. Apparently the number varies like puppies in a litter tear through your internal organs and explode out of your side, leaving you as a 50-foot corpse with a massive hole in your belly. Your consciousness doesn't end though. It transfers, splits. You're not dead. You're just distributed now. It's the strangest sensation being many where you were once one, feeling the world through 6 different bodies, all of them screaming with the same primal hunger that defined your existence underground. You wake up as a shrieker, blinking heat-sensitive organs at a world you've never seen before. Well, seen is generous. You detect thermal signatures. Everything warm glows like a beacon. Car engines look delicious. Humans look like walking buffets. You're about 4 feet tall, bipedal, shaped vaguely like the unholy offspring of a dinosaur and a turkey, and you are absolutely famished. Also, you're already pregnant. Every shrieker is born pregnant. Welcome to the most aggressive reproductive strategy in nature. Eating triggers reproduction. Consume enough biomass and you'll literally vomit up a new shrieker, fully formed and ready to hunt. Under perfect conditions, your population can double every few minutes. The math is horrifying. One graboid produces 6 shriekers. 6 shriekers become 12. 12 become 24. By the time the humans figure out what's happening, there are dozens of you swarming across the landscape, and that landscape is rapidly running out of things to eat. You hunt in packs now, coordinating attacks with surprising intelligence. Shriekers can form living ladders to reach prey on rooftops. They problem solve. They communicate with ear-splitting screams that serve as both echolocation and threat display. The heat vision makes hiding nearly impossible unless the humans figure out they can mask their body temperature, which they eventually do because Bert Gummer apparently never sleeps. Fire extinguishers become their new best friend. Cold suits, refrigerated trucks, anything to disappear from your thermal radar. The arms race between predator and prey continues, and you're starting to suspect the prey might be cheating. 24 hours. That's all you get as a shrieker if you survive and reproduce at least once. Then the molting begins. Your skin splits. Your body reshapes. Wings sprout from your sides, not real wings, more like sail-like membranes supported by rigid stems, and your rear end becomes a chemical weapons factory. You're becoming an ass blaster, and yes, that's the actual scientific name. Bert named it. Nobody argued. Your new body runs on explosive chemistry. 2 separate glands produce 2 separate compounds that are completely stable when kept apart, but mix them together and expose them to air? Instant combustion. You shake your rear, the chemicals combine in your cloaca, and a fiery explosion launches you into the sky. It's not graceful flight. It's barely controlled, falling with occasional thrust corrections. But it works. You can now hunt from above, gliding on thermal currents and dive-bombing anything that radiates heat. The first time you launch yourself into the sky, there's a moment of pure terror, followed by something that might be joy. You're flying. Sort of. The desert spreads beneath you like a buffet map, every warm body glowing like a target. This is what 400 million years of evolution was building toward a worm that became a dinosaur, that became a rocket. The fire comes with side effects. Your propellant smells like rotten eggs marinated in bad beer, Bert's words, not yours. You can weaponize the blast itself, setting things on fire or just traumatizing anyone nearby. And when you eat too much, you fall into a food coma, becoming completely dormant and vulnerable. It's an evolutionary safety valve, probably designed to prevent you from eating the entire ecosystem. Or maybe you're just a cheap drunk. Hard to say. Inside you, right now, there's a graboid egg. One single egg, waiting to be deposited somewhere warm. That's your purpose now. Spread the species as far as possible before you die. Every ass blaster is basically a delivery system for the next generation, rocketing across the landscape, looking for the perfect spot to restart the cycle. Find somewhere geothermal, lay the egg, hope it survives another 300 years until something warms it up again. But in Africa, your relatives figured out something better. A different subspecies developed eusocial behavior colonies, nests, and queens. The queen bitch, they called her. Massive. Aggressive. She protected clutches of dozens of eggs while her workers hunted and her ass blasters patrolled from above. She tunneled through solid rock using acidic digestive compounds. Her tongue tentacles could detach and operate independently, like biological drones. She was evolution, saying, "What if we tried civilization?" The humans killed her with lightning. 3 strikes, straight down the throat. But the concept survived. You carry that potential in your genes, the possibility of becoming something more than a solitary predator, a matriarch, a founder. All you need is the right environment, enough food, and enough offspring to build something lasting. The desert is vast. The eggs are patient, and somewhere beneath the sand, the next generation is already dreaming of hunger. Your 30 feet of underground nightmare, 3 stages of increasingly ridiculous biology, and 1 very determined evolutionary experiment. The graboid life cycle doesn't make sense by any normal metric. You're related to cuttlefish somehow. You've been around since the Devonian period. You're basically a living fossil that shoots fire out of its butt. And yet here you are, 400 million years later, still eating everything that moves and depositing eggs for future generations to continue the tradition. Nature didn't design you, nature got drunk and made a bet.